Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ludi Tonight. I'm Sig Dokari, and joining me is Fallhole. Fallhole, how you doing?
How's it going, man? I'm doing pretty good, glad to be here,
That's good.
commentating with you.
Hey, glad to hear that, man. Dude, we have kind of a banger of a set, I will say. We have Time to Win versus Six Pack Yolks. I believe, yeah, we were just talking about it earlier. Six Pack Yolks was that team at LTC. They ran the Jeopardy, correct?
Yeah, they did. They're the whole thing that happened. I was in there. In the crowd,
that was quite the event.
Oh yeah, it was very crazy.
You were in the crowd?
Yeah, I was in the crowd.
No way!
Splatoon Jeopardy.
Dude, I was there too. Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of heckled a little bit here and there, trying to be a little funny.
Yeah. Yeah, but we got a Div 9 game up for you guys today. We got Six Pack Yolks versus Time to Win. Like we just said, Six Pack Yolks is a team that's been around for a good bit now. They've been doing stuff just in the background at LAN events especially. And we got Time to Win, a brand new team really. And I'm not really familiar with any of the members. Are you?
No, this is actually my first time as well. Looking at the Time to Win. I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them on Sendu right now. I'm really excited to see what they bring in, especially on our first map, Rainmaker on Museum de Alfonsino. Pretty interesting map. I think the only map in the pool with just one checkpoint on either side.
Yeah. Pretty much only one checkpoint on this map.
Yeah, and it leads to some, pretty interesting strats. We've seen a few, different ways to approach the map over the course of a week, but, a majority of them just, you just kind of have to win the war of attrition and kind of force the defenders out of their spots in the top left and right areas of the map. I'm very curious to see how either team is going to go about that part especially.
Right, and with this, this being Rainmaker, personally, I love Rainmaker, so I'm very excited to see this match, see how it goes out at the end.
Heck yeah, man.
See some interesting gameplay.
Yeah, Rainmaker is oftentimes a really interesting map mode, also just because of how some teams will format their pushes. Like, a lot of teams you'll see their backline or their support or cooler player is going to be picking up that Rainmaker. But beyond that, who goes where, who sets up for these pushes, and how, oftentimes how they play around specials or picks that they get. I feel like Rainmaker is one of those very expressive, modes that people haven't figured out quite as much as, say, Zones or Clan Blitz, really.
Right. You have those moments where, people will shark, hunt
down
that Rainmaker.
Yeah.
Which I love to do, by the way. I love a good sharking and getting that Rainmaker. It's very satisfying to pull that off.
It's hysterical. I will say there was. Okay, there we go. We're back. It is hysterical. I will say there was one time, I think it was a block fairly recently, that I was catching there every single time on Rainmaker. Every single time Rainmaker was played, there was somebody who snuck their way into spawn and just ran it for the KO.
Really?
It was quite the block. My co-caster and I were losing our minds. I'm very excited to see if we're going to see any of that. A bit of a harder map to do it on, also just because of how the way you push is formatted. You just go straight there.
It's literally just one way.
Yeah, It's kind of just one way through. But I really want to see if somebody can pull it off by hiding around the pillow or spinner, and just getting the Rainmaker if the team lets it reset.
And looks like we're ready to get into this game. Can't wait to see.
Yeah. We have a Tetris.
Ooh, a Tetris,
okay.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. That cup is cooking.
Oh, yeah,
my goodness. We haven't seen
what's going on with this? What is that starting point? What in the world? Six Pack Yoke. What was happening? I'm confused. What happened there?
Wait, are we resetting? Wait, what?
Oh, they're Blood Recon.
Oh my god.
I was very confused at first. What was going on? It's was this intentional? Is this some sort of plan they had since they're streaming or whatever? But I didn't realize the whole thing was, in recon mode to begin with.
Yeah, I will say it's something that we may have accidentally done in the past before. Everyone's done it at least once.
You know, it's very funny.
Outstanding. I
A little bit
I
of
also
technical
was like
issues.
thinking the same as you, where it's like they knew they'd be on stream and they all 8 of them just like ran off the map to start.
Right.
That would have been either way. That's hysterical, but that's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, well, let's see, with those comps, I think they're gonna. I hope they keep those team comps because those are really interesting.
Oh yeah,
Especially at time to wins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, we had Tetra, Yoshi Crab, the crab, Yoshi Crab, Stamper with Crab. There we go.
Yes.
And a Jet Squelcher with a Zap. That was, we haven't seen a lot of those weapons recently. Mostly the Tetras and the Jet Squelcher. So I'm really curious to see how they would play it out there.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye on that Tetris. You know, I used to play a lot of Tetris back in the early, comp days of, Splatoon 3. So it's always nice to see, someone, out there, one or two, just still playing Tetris. Still having faith in that weapon.
Yeah, it's, kind of fallen off just because of how Cooler works now, but it still feels like it has a place. I might be a little biased because I play with the Tetra a lot of the time as well.
Right.
But it still feels like it has a very solid place, or at least a good niche where it can either distract or take a lot of fights super easily. Very curious to see if they, if Time to Win runs back with that. And we didn't even get to talk about Six-Pack Yokes' comp. A little bit more standard, but still weapons we don't see quite so often with the T-Tech, especially, as well as some of the new weapons like CRB and the Crab edit Splatling.
Rabbit, of course, you love to see a headed, in this comp.
Yes, sir.
Headed mention, we love it.
We love Ned in this house.
Ned, indeed, of course. Off to a good start at the moment. Nothing's happening. Just Time to Win's over. Taking control of mid. So we'll see what's going up ahead.
Yeah, they're just playing a little bit slow, trying to get those specials, trying to get that cooler up, and now they're gonna try taking a little bit more space with this crab tank that Jelly is popping, and as well as the ink back from Sunday. Looks like they're gonna do a pretty good job, but unfortunately Sunday gets picked off by the Splat Bomb, not quite flicking the back in time. That's really tough. I've done that before a billion times. Not a fun one, but Six-Pack Yokes just brings it all the way back with those strikes. Really great defense from them. They do get picked off immediately by the Jet Squelcher, as well as one more. However, that one gets traded out, and we're still 99 to 100 remaining with this score here. A minute in, this is something that you really don't see often.
Yeah, this is actually, like you said, something you don't see quite often. It's still a stalemate happening at the moment. But, Six-Pack Yoke does have the Rainmaker at the moment. But only getting 1 point in, unfortunately, as the header goes down due to the bomb. But, both teams down 1 even. So, pretty much it's still much the same. It's not much happening.
Yeah, they're taking the game 1 point at a time. That's all they, as long as you keep the other team scoring as well. I mean, you don't really need to get that many points. And with that crab pick, it's looking really good for them. They have 2 specialists to try and push this man advantage as well. Looks like they're not going to need it quite until they start taking the flat here with these strikes. Already taking all of mid. One member does get picked off. That's the CRB and the Kraken, so they're going to have 1 less special to work with. But with the cooler up, it looks like they're going to be back immediately. But the back shot from Sunday, what a triple, and the full wipeout coming in for Time to Win. They're going to take this lead and maybe even the whole checkpoint here and set up for even more with this crab tank as well to kick off the match.
Oh yeah, that was a great knockout from Time to Win. Finally being able to, make a push and, get a result out here, and ending that whole staggering push in mid.
Yeah, however, the push does look like it's going to die here as it's only tripping left. They're going to have to back out of fear of getting picked off by 6 and I think that's Koneko on the CRB here. But they leave just enough time for the rest of Time to Win to get back into mid. The Stamper Jelly tries to take a fight with the CRB, not quite going to work out in their favor, as 6 is also there to support with some paint. And another member of Time to Win goes down. It's looking really good for Six-Pack Yokes to get something going here. The CRB going kind of crazy here, popping the Kraken inside the plat of Time to Win already. The strikes coming through as well. Looks like they're going to go for a checkpoint now too. And with this Kraken not getting picks, but forcing all of Time to Win back, it's not going to lead to much though. As 2 members of Six-Pack Yokes do end up going down here, and that means it's a successful defense for Time to Win so far.
Oh yeah, it was very great, work from them from time to win. But good work for Six Pack Yolks for finally dealing with that, giant wall of taking down the checkpoints. So their chances of coming back, are still pretty high. So don't lose faith on Six Pack Yolks. They still have it. A minute 33 seconds left. So keep at it.
Yeah, you got plenty of time here. With this crab duel, it's looking pretty good for them. They saved their crab a little bit, able to force out, Hype is able to force the Reef Slider at least out of Trippin. Trippin does get a pick onto 6 with it, as well as the rest of the Time to Win. Moving forward pretty comfortably here, Sadboy ends up getting a great trade as well, and all the members of Time to Win were coolered up. So that means, except for the Stamper, which means that they are going to have some pretty solid man advantage here. The strikes coming out are going to prevent the Rainmaker from jumping immediately over to the checkpoint and scoring some more. However, it's not going to find the pick, and Time to Win still has really good control here, getting 2 picks with it.
Ooh, that was good dribble.
God,
that was a good double.
Great double there, and that's going to open up so much here for Time to Win.
Yes, that was a pretty good opening, but unfortunately, no points are really taken off from Time to Win as they do go down and 2 down under. So this push does go down for Time to Win, and give Six Pack Yolks another chance of coming back from this game.
Yeah, and with the Kraken pop, that's going to find 2 members of Time to Win here. Looking for the third, I mean, they're just going to keep diving for it. Sad Boy's trying to make a hero play here into 3 members of Six Pack Yolks. It's not going to pay off, but it's going to drag all the members of Six Pack Yolks down, enabling Time to Win to find a trade of their own. That's their cooler player as well. However, Tri-Slosher does get, or Tri-Slosher, Tenatech does get traded here, and Jelly finds the Crab Tank on a really solid angle to force a lot of the team back. And Sun to find the pick onto the Rainmaker. With 5 seconds left, it looks like Time to Win is going to take this first map here.
Oh yeah, and that was a amazing defense from Time to Win at the final end right there. Just pushing them back, keeping them at their ramp, and popping their specials. First it was the strikes, and then eventually the Crab came in, to finally affirmed their defensive, saying, hey, get out of here. You're not getting past us right now. We have Crab. We're unstoppable.
Yeah. That was really well set up from Time to Win as well. They were able to stall out Six Pack Yolks really effectively, not letting them get past the checkpoint once, even with, it was Something, I believe, with this Kraken, forcing a lot of members back here. But you see people just dropping left. Sad Boy doing it, I believe, twice here, was able to pull a lot of Six Pack Yolks members and effectively stall out the entire push from Six Pack Yolks here. And so Time to Win was able to capitalize off that really well with a lot of picks onto Plat on isolated members. And the Crab Tank gets popped here from Jelly on the right, forces a lot of picks. And it's just the Rainmaker and Something left here. And Sunday drops to get the final pick on Rainmaker. Really solid defense from Time to Win.
And kudos to them as they do take game 1 with 4 wins remaining for them. But anything can happen. Six Pack Yolks can take this second game, as we can see right here. Robo's Splat Zones, which is another great map to play in.
Yeah, this is one of those newer maps that the community really likes. I also personally really enjoy this one. One of the best zones maps I feel that we have in the game now, even if I see a lot of pencils on here, but it's still really fun. It opens up a lot of verticality, some good paintable walls around mid here. What are your thoughts on it, Fahol?
Likewise with what you said, it's one of the great, Splat Zones map modes right there, Personally for me, I like it, this map, going under the bridge, making some flanks over there, just causing distraction because, I personally play, Splat Dually, so, that's kind of my job, pushing forward, and kind of displace the enemy team from, pushing in.
Yeah, kind of get aggressive and then, pop that crab to draw as much attention as possible and force people to either look at you, to break you, or just take cover. Really, honestly, Splat Dualies are really solid here, especially with their great movement.
Which is the advice I would take for either both teams in order for them to win this map mode. Just be aggressive. Push them back.
Honestly, personally, I'm with it. I'm really curious to see if we're gonna see any weapon swaps from here, especially the CRB on Six Pack Yolks. Obviously, custom range doesn't have the most amount of paint in its kit. We have Kraken, which can still be used on zones, don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
I've seen a few teams try to use it and it hasn't worked out well. Obviously we've seen it work before, like Moonlight is one of the key examples of it, But I'm really
Right.
curious to see if Six Pack Yolk sticks with it and how they play around it if they do, because I feel like it could have some really solid value if they do end up sticking with it.
Right. And they don't,
There's a
unfortunately. Yeah.
sploosh though.
There is a sploosh though.
Let's
So
go.
let's see if they can use that hammer annoyingly to, catch Time to Win off guard.
Yeah, loves playing. Sploosh loves playing. Some of those rat angles, and it has such a high pain output. It's really solid on the zones here, as we see. It's Time to Win already taking control of the zone, getting past 90 from the looks of it here. Not quite. As Six Pack Yolks all stay alive, get the Zuka ready, and the Crab Tank. They're going to go for a full take here. And it's going to go pretty well for them finding a member, but they're going to get traded out. 2 members are actually going to go down of Six Pack Yolks, and that means Time to Win is going to maintain control of this zone, start expanding that lead past 10, finding some more picks as well. That's everybody except for the jump, and the jump's as good as gone as well. That's a full wipeout for Time to Win already.
Yeah, looks like Time to Win, took my advice, literally, just what they're doing is exactly what I said, just being aggressive, pushing into, towards their base, just causing a ruckus, just not letting Six Pack Yolks not being able to get back into the zones, reclaim it.
Yeah, and they're showing right now, you can play it's really slow or really fast. We'll match your pace all that you want, and man, they're doing really well so far. Jelly's stalling so much here as well, pulling hype over here. Can they pull something as well? It's looking like they're going to back off and stay alive, but with the rest of the team just finding trade after trade, they're going to end up with a KO before 3:30.
Yeah, ooh, and that was a great, smooth and wonderful KO from Time to Win, obviously, amazing push from them, and especially from that Stamper, of course, obviously just keeping in base, trying to see if anybody will, take their bait, and obviously, from that, what was that, head it or something there? Catching
Yeah.
their,
I think it was head it that faced them.
But yeah, still, that was a great job from that Stamper, just killing time, that's the thing. That's the main goal, you want to do whenever, as a front line in your, whatever in your base, just kill the time, make those points go down, because, every point matters.
Yeah, playing your life here is so huge. Again, you're already at 30 points. You can play a little bit riskier. You can die in the enemy spawn as long as you stay alive and draw enough people and get a large enough lead to be comfortable with. And we see it go so well here. I mean, they back off super well, seeing that Hike didn't charge the full spin of the head. There was really good spacing from Jelly there.
Yeah. I mean, also, it's the pressure as well. You see that score going down and you're like, great, I have to ignore this guy in order to, push in, trying to see if I can rescue this game. But unfortunately, they died off a few seconds later after they,
That is pretty tough. And if you don't either turn to zone or, well, if you do turn to zone and you don't get picked off there, then you're going to have to deal with the Stamper behind you in about 5 seconds if you do end up neutralizing the zone. And then you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there.
Yeah, that was pretty much a, checkmate moment right there.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough scenario to be in. As we move on to Clan Blitz on Inkflaw Art Academy, definitely on that CRB. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep pushing the CRB. I really enjoy seeing. I enjoy watching Kraken. Playing against it, don't ask. But watching it is pretty fun, and I'm really curious to see if they'll bring it back or if they're gonna run with that sploosh again. The sploosh is pretty good here too. I will say, the hammer covers so much of plat, and you can move around so freely in this map.
Yeah, the CRB propaganda is real when it comes to you. You're just pushing.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. I'm not even a blaster player. It's just good. It's a fun weapon to watch.
It is, but quite an annoying one to deal with. Personally for me.
That is true. Yeah.
Exactly. You love to see it, but one of the moments, one of the notes I've learned from fighting from blasters is, just don't back up, because obviously that blast radius is going to get you. So, what you got to do is, just go in front of them, face front.
Yeah.
Eye contact, try to smooch them if you can.
Just give them a big old smooch on the mouth, right?
Exactly, and just
you gotta kiss the homies.
That they don't direct you,
Yeah. Especially if you're like playing those really mobile weapons like we see Time to Win playing. Those Tetras, the Zap as well as super mobile, and even the Stamper. It's not. I mean, it's effective close range, right? Because it has the one shot, but it's not like it's not as fast as Zapper Tetra. You know, those can be pretty hard for a CRB to like kind of play against if they're, you know, on top of their movement game, you know? Like if you can avoid getting directed by CRB, the 1v1 becomes really you know, tilted in your favor if you're able to.
And speaking of which, you know, we're out into this game, you know. Let's see if any comps have changed. Ooh, Dynamo from the six-pack yokes. So
oh my
it's
god,
gonna be quite annoying for Time to Win to deal with, you know.
Yo, these teams got some crazy comps. I'm loving this. And Jelly's on CRV now instead of Stamper. Okay, I'm with it. And we still have that sploosh as well. Okay, okay.
You'd love to see it. You love to see it. And hopefully, you know, we'll see some funny and crazy hammers from them, you know.
Yeah, it looks like they already drew a few people over to that left-hand side while the rest of the team of Six-Pack Yokes tries to focus on their right side. They have some pretty solid control, just establishing themselves, getting that cooler up, having the crab at the ready for in case they want to do anything. But they're going to have to deal with Jelly on this custom range blaster, and the rest of the players that are pushing towards the ramp here is just the Dynamo and the Headed left, and they're going to end up going down here one by one. Trippin does Reef Slider in, not quite finding picks, but creating a ton of space and providing another jump here. Not going to be a full push or a score or anything, but with the Kraken coming in, you got to think it's going to be soon, especially with the pick onto Sam here and 7 clams on your custom jet. But 6 with the hammer, already getting 2 coming through. All right, good stuff, 6. We love to see hammer picks in today's economy.
Yeah, and it was looking good for Time to Win as well. You know, that jet had 7 clams. You know, all they needed was 1 more clam to get in, get a power clam and push in. But unfortunately, that hammer just got popped out of nowhere and just did a jump scare.
Yeah, you never see the side hammer coming. And now 6 is going to get super aggressive into the bats here. Going to try and provide some jumps, just get the this way going, try and get the team in. But it looks like all of them are going down to Time to Win. Now there's nobody left to contest Time to Win as Hype jumps in, though. Can they get the clam in time? No!
Oh, they didn't get it in time! Oh, that really hurt. Oh, that's really painful to see. Everything was working out for Six-Pack Yokes, you know. That sploosh just, going in there, you know, successfully sharking behind them, you know, wanting that super jump. But unfortunately, you know, they didn't get that in time. And Time to Win, you know, got there quick, you know, open that basket first hands. But, you know, Six-Pack Yokes is coming back again with the sploosh, with the power climb in, and they do get it in. So hopefully we'll get to see, you know, can Six-Pack Yoke come back from this? I don't think so, because the shot's only 1. Oh, but no, 3 do down from Time to Win. Oh,
that's so
that was suspenseful. Everything went quiet as soon as he mistakenly threw it.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. The crab tank goes down to Jelly and the rest of Time to Win. Getting really aggressive on it. You know, it being the only member left, it can only mow down, you know, so many people at a time. Now we're back to a little bit of a neutral state, but Sam on this Dynamo is going to be causing pains for Time to Win here. Just playing super aggressive, going to find some space, but not much more out of that. However, it is enough space for Azuka to find the pick on the Jelly, almost getting 1 more with that power clam on platform here, but it's not going to be much. It's just going to be that chip damage, but the bomb pick afterwards, something really popping off right here. Hand Six-Pack Yoke more off of it. I'm very curious. It looks like they're gonna look for the bats push again. They're gonna get some jumps in too. They have 5 clams on other players as well. Something gets it in
again. They've been no, second time's a charm. But Six-Pack Yoke does get a suffer a wipeout from that. This is quite unfortunate for Six-Pack Yokes. You know, everything's coming up their hand, but unfortunately, like they just keep missing the throw in the basket. Man.
Yeah. However, they do it. However, Time to Win doesn't seem like they're gonna miss their opportunity right there. The Kraken gets popped, creating so much space. I think that cleared out almost all of Plat except for 6 here, and that enabled Time to Win to get 2 power clams in. But I mean, not much more after that. Jelly getting a direct on the something. Great trades here to just establish the safety of Sad Boy and Trippin now. But you know, now there's only a minute left, and Six-Pack Yokes needs to find something here in order to stay in this game. They have 40 points to make up. Or 30, yeah, 40 points to make up.
40 points to make up, yeah, it's unfortunate, you know, because Time to Win, you know, with that push and getting those double power clams in, you know, just made that lead gap, much wider for Six-Pack Yokes to make it a little more difficult for them to come back from this. But, with 36 remaining, with the Sploosh having the hammer ready, we'll see if Six-Pack Yokes can come back from this. And, the Sploosh does make the little sneak again from left. Let's see if they can, Six-Pack Yokes come from this, take care of this. Oh, but the hero shot does go down, unfortunately. I'm not sure if any pushers are coming after that. Ooh, but the Dynamo does get a pick, though.
Yeah, that Dynamo pick might
faith on this.
lead to a little bit. They have 7 clams as well. They're looking to get aggressive on this ramp here, but they're going to get picked off by the combination of the custom jet and the auto bomb. Sunday really does not want to let this go through to overtime, but with a power climb on the side of Six-Pack Yokes, it's going to. Now let's see if they can get any scores in throughout this. Jelly's going to pop this crack in here, and something is going to try and get aggressive on Sunday here. Going to get aggressive into 2. Sad Boy is going to pick it back up, though. Hype trying to sneak that power climb in. No, not quite. Sad Boy's going to shut that one down as well. What a great double. Huge defense on the side of Time to Win to just establish this 3-0 lead for them.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate for Six-Pack Yokes. They kind of pushed their little end without any kind of plan, actually. They just kind of rushed in, just desperately, but unfortunately they suffered from that. From Time to Win's, great defense right there.
Yeah, they played some really solid defense. Outside of the sneak that Six-Pack Yokes had, which is, by the way, really well done from them. They got that avenue opened up 3 or 4 times. And the fact that they were able to do it consistently was really solid. But the defense from Time to Win was just great at shutting down anything that Six-Pack Yokes was trying to do afterwards. And then they were able to turn it around so quickly because of Trippin, Sad Boy, and Jelly here. Just their front line doing so well. This Kraken Pop creating so much space on the plat was really well done from them.
Yeah, enough for that Kraken Pop. Obviously, it's Time to Win. Throwing those 2 power climbs in. It's a great push from Time to Win. And it's quite unfortunate. Really sad for Six-Pack Yokes. Just having those successful flanks, but unfortunately not getting those power climbs in. Just missing their throws, which it really breaks my heart seeing that. Because you do all that work, flanking, successfully, just, the enemy team's not knowing, you're behind, and then it's either you miss the throw or, they get to the basket first.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. But we are going to move on to tower control. Let's see if Six-Pack Yokes can bring it back here. Some really solid places to play. I will say Sploosh can have a field day if you're able to get in through that right side of the map into the other team's spawn. Really strong hammer spots. You can sneak really easily with those curling bombs as well and draw a lot of attention as your team tries to take some of these first and second checkpoints. I'm really curious to see if Six-Pack Yokes can bring it back using some of those strats, or if Time to Win is going to just hold on to kind of the stranglehold they've had with kind of how oppressive this Jet Sculpture has been, especially. They've been putting in a lot of work just providing paint, chip, everything that Time to Win is needed.
Yeah, right. And it's, good work from Time to Win from, being able to keep doing that work and all. But, as you say, we'll see what, either team's, playing on Tower or Macomar, anything can happen, it's a new map, new mode, so different layouts. So, we'll see if, anything happens.
Yeah, I'm really curious. And by the way, I do have a question because I saw this tweet. I saw a tweet circulating around earlier today.
Really?
Just about how to pronounce this, because there was one, I think it was a poll asking how do you pronounce it.
Oh,
and it was like Makomar or Makomar, and not Makomar. I've heard Mako more than Makomar. So I got it from you already. It's Makomar from how you pronounce it, right? I say Mako most of the time.
No, I say Mako too. I just say Mako.
It's like interchangeable and all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I saw people like going to war and the replies about it. I'm like, it's pronunciation of a stage. Clearly, like there's not anything more interesting for us. Like we got Ludi sets later today. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Let's talk. Let's get excited for those rather than spend the energy talking about how to pronounce a map.
You see, those are the type of arguments you want to have in in this community. Just pronunciations. Oh, but yeah, Time to Win. Keeping their tetras. The CRB. And and try. Someone ended the match. Another recon match again. Maybe I don't know.
Was
I
it?
didn't check the top
I
right.
didn't check the timer.
I didn't check the timer either.
Hold on, I'm getting the stream up to check. Oh, okay. It was premature termination.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Holy God. Well, it seems that Sig unfortunately left the room, so unfortunately it's me at the moment. But yeah, that was quite another hiccup from the set. You know, it's you love to see it. You know, it's one of those funny moments that we can look back in the future and say, "Ha, that happened again." That's very funny. uh, I'm hoping Sig gets back here in the live room because it's a little lonely, by myself.
thank
Oh,
you.
but Sig does come back. I'm
There we
glad to
go.
have you back again. I was kind of a little scared. I didn't want to, do this commentary set by myself.
My apologies.
It's all good. It's
I may
all
have
good.
clicked the wrong place on my
Clicked it.
Discord.
Misinput. Misinput.
It was a misinput. Calm down,
Go back. You're doing.
bro.
But hey, glad to have you back quickly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's good to
Like
be
I said,
back.
another hiccup, another funny hiccup.
Yeah, I'm glad we haven't missed the game at least. And at least we get to watch the full Mako Mart game. I'm very, very excited.
It's very
Looking
exciting
at the
indeed.
comps. Were there
Yeah.
2 CRBs or was I imagining things?
I only saw one CRB from Time to Win, but I did see an in try from Six Pack Yolk, so it's a good thing, in try on this
N-try
map,
is lit.
Mako Mart, obviously, with a lot of ledges, you want to take advantage of that, just be under, taking picks from under.
Yeah, I can play those ledges really well on Mako Mart. The Fizzies are also really good at just pressuring people that are kind of trying to stay safe behind cover in spawn, even on stacks or in the little alley. I think some teams call it breakfast. But it's, really solid play here, like I said, able to pressure ledges. And it has the ever important tacticooler, as always.
Gotta love that soda. Yum, yum, yum.
Yes, sir. Love having a soda on the squad.
Of course, the power of carbonated drinks. It's very yummy.
Yeah, we need that caffeine, bro.
Woo! Love it. All right,
There's
looks
a
like
junior?
Yeah, it's a junior this time as well. I didn't
missed
notice that
that.
at first. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
must have
Bubble as
missed that
well.
one. And double CRB. Okay, we have Something versus Jelly on this. A little bit different build too. Something, electing to play the swim speed up as well. More for the mobility rather than the comeback and aggression that Jelly's going to be going for here. And we can kind of see that as Jelly's already trying to pressure these left stacks, and Something's playing a little bit more reserved. As let's take a look at the first 1v1 between the two blasters. It's looking like it's just going to come out in a draw. Let's see how the rest of the team is doing. They have the coolers up. They have the bombs coming out. The rain as well. Jelly's going to find the direct onto Something already. Looking for more. Going to find some chip. Not quite much more after that, though. Can they find the direct on Sam? No. It looks like Six Pack Yolks are going to take an early advantage here. Not quite getting the first checkpoint. Taking a 14-point lead. However, all the members of Six Pack Yolks are going to be going down here, leading for Time to Win. They need to stabilize here. They are close to a couple specials as well. They have the Kraken as well as just popping the Inkstorm and being very close to that Reef Slider. Let's see how they can use it to set up a push here and deal with the Crab Tank from Six Pack Yolks.
Yeah, it's a great, crap from Six Pack Yolks, just kind of, starting a little defense from, stopping from Time to Win to pushing in. Ooh, but not much happening at the moment, but, a lot of stuff happening. Kaneko right there at the right stack, popping a bubble right here. So let's see if Six Pack Yolks can get back on tower and, start to push again. As they still have the lead. Oh, but they do go 2 down, unfortunately. So that gives Time to Win, more of now get back from this.
Yeah, it looks like Time to Win is going to eventually take the lead here and set up pretty well, taking the 2v1 right underneath tower. One member going down, but getting traded out. It's not going to lead to a further push onto the checkpoint for Time to Win, but it is going to lead to them taking the lead here and also having even specials. Never mind, as I say that, Tri-Slasher pops that cooler. But they do have the Reef Slider to possibly deal with this Crab Tank if they choose to use it that way, or at least for some chip damage. It looks like they're not going to quite need it, though, as they get 2 picks onto Six Pack Yolks here. And now Hype has to back off while it's time to win is going to take a lot more space. It's just something remaining from the looks of it. Finding a pick on the one. Can they find any more for the defense? Yes, they can before getting traded out. That's two really solid. Make that 3 for the top side of Six Pack Yokes. They're going to turn around a really good situation for time to win and make it a great situation for them. Let's see if they can get the checkpoint off of this. They're already going to go for the lead here. I think with that bubble established and a pick in the bottom left from Somsing, they're going to get it and a lot more out of it.
Oh yeah, that was a great work from Six Pack Yokes. Being able to get that, 3 picks, against time to win. Obviously getting a good push off of here. Decently 47 points remaining. With 1 checkpoint off. Gives a hard time for time to win. To pull back from this, but obviously 2 minutes of remaining. So time to win does have a good chance to come back from this.
Yeah, and they're avoiding that Kraken as much as humanly possible. Looks like it's just going to run out now. Really solid avoiding, and that's the first step to getting a push going, is just staying alive to make sure you don't go down super early. As Jelly and Something are going to find their way into another dance here. Jelly finding 1, finding 2. Can they get this 3rd onto Sam?
Oh, they're out of ink. They're out of ink. They're kind of stuck there in the situation.
Oh, that's
they do go down.
Oh, Sam gets the trade, though. That's pretty big. For time to win. It's 3 picks from Jelly. That's really what you're looking for right now, just to get through this first checkpoint. They're still 20 points down, but with the Dark Tetras from Trippin in the spawn, they're going to create a lot of space here, just drawing the numbers of Six Pack Yokes. It's not going to lead to much, though, as Koneko goes hero mode on this tower, leading to a great defense for Six Pack Yokes. And we're going to reset to neutral with just a minute remaining.
Oh yeah, that was again, great defense from Six Pack Yokes, stopping time to win from pushing back further. Obviously, the first checkpoint is down, but they, managed to push him back again, and obviously, as we're under a minute away, that gives time to win, more pressure, just, giving them more pressure, a little more reason to, get back from this, It's like, okay, time's running out, we need to get back from this. Yeah,
they gotta clutch up soon. Now, granted, they have a lead in the set, but they really don't want to drop any maps anytime soon. The less maps you lose, the better. And Koneko is going to take control of tower here with that bubble. It's going to get shredded here, but not by the Reef Slider. The Reef Slider is not going to find anything. But it's going to be a big resource sink. You're going to be 1 special down now if you're time to win here, trying to take this lead back. But with the tactical cooler up, you could look for some really solid fights from Trippin and from Sadboy on the side, and the Autobomb's going to find something. Sadboy going down here, trying to make a lot more space, does so, and Sam goes down on the side of Six Pack Yokes here. Kraken and Crab come out, though. Is it enough for Six Pack Yokes to take the map? Yes, it is. They end overtime with it.
Yes, it is. And finally, Six Pack Yokes finally getting a win on this set, which is great work from them. Obviously, they did an amazing defense on this game, popping off that Kraken, which, popping off Kraken in overtime is basically, you're going to win, at that point, as long as you get in that tower very fast, and, people are going to be scared of that, they're going to jump off the tower and, it's a free win for you.
Yeah, it's just a question of, it's just a matter of getting that Kraken onto there, which can be a little bit difficult, especially if you're facing off against some of these higher fire rate weapons, think like the N-Zap or even the Tetras, if they've rolled. They can push you off tower after a nerf received pretty early on into its release of Splatoon.
Right.
I'm kind of bummed we didn't get more overtime so far in this game. This was looking pretty solid for time to win, but the double special pop here from Six Pack Yokes just to end it off was really well done. The Crab to cover anybody trying to deal with the Kraken. And then the Kraken just going into end overtime. They're really well done from Six Pack Yokes, and they're gonna get their first map of the set.
And kudos to them, getting that win. So it's not over yet. Six Pack Yokes can come back from this. Can't never give up. 1% chance, 99% faith. That's what I always say.
You already know, man. And we're going back to some Rainmaker here. We're gonna go on Monte Maria for it. Interesting map. I feel like it's a little bit controversial, especially recently amongst the community. Definitely come under the magnifying glass with a lot of people not being too big fans of a lot of the modes on this map.
Yeah, of course. I can hear from here because a lot of my, all of my teammates, from my team, hate this map mode. It's not good for them. But personally, for me, when it comes to Rainmaker, I like any map, you know. I'll take it, you know. So looking at Manta Rainmaker for me, you know, I don't have any spiteful hate for it, you know. It's just another Rainmaker map, you know. You know, the right cut for me, you know, it's great flank, obviously, you know, pull off some funny flanks, you know, pull them off.
Of course. It does have some really safe routes for you to take if you go up that right side. As long as you establish control in street, you can drop into the right for some very safe points as long as you don't have to deal with like bomb spam or explosive shots from a blaster, X-Blosh, or a crab tank, which we've been seeing a lot of. So it might not be as safe unless you like fully clear street and have a lot of presence and pressure, you know, forwards in the map for your Rainmaker to go. But I'm also kind of a fan of this map, I will say. Not as much on this mode, but it's still a solid one. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I enjoy playing Rainmaker Manta when it comes up. But
yeah, and I also can't forget about that checkpoint on the left side, you know, where you're able to go to the left side.
Oh
that,
yeah,
you know,
you can jump up to the left, and that's another way to go. Yeah. Also, that one's a little bit riskier, but like, I mean, you can definitely make it work if you like set it up the right way. You know, you're gonna need a lot more. I don't know what the word is. Just controlling specials, I guess, like tri-strikes, crab tanks, stuff like that. Maybe Azuka even to just reach into the spawn and try and pick off members of the other team that are respawning here. Definitely a route you can go. I haven't really done it that much though.
Yeah, well, I do it from time to time, you know, so it really works for me as long as, you know, pull it off.
That's
really
awesome.
Great.
I think we might have to look into that one as a strat.
Oh yeah, and let's see if you know, Time to Win, you know, uses those routes, you know, especially from Tetris. You know, I'd love to see if, you know, Tetris, you know, uses those routes, you know, in order to, you know, be a Tetra, you know, constant distraction, you know, just be a mosquito for six-pack yolks.
Yeah, let's see if Trippin can kind of pull it off and be that little gnat. It looks like I believe that was Sunday is going to go down a little bit earlier than Time to Win would have wanted. Now Six-Pack Yokes is going to find another pick with 6 on that hammer, and Somsing applying a lot of chip pressure. It's going to enable Six-Pack Yokes to get this first checkpoint, but with Jelly behind them, they're going to have to move fast, and Hype is going to move up relatively quickly. Jelly is going to back because Somsing is going to be able to pressure. And they get the pop as well as another pick from it. Trippin's going down. Sad Boy goes down 2 from that crack, and what a huge double from it. And that's going to lead to so much scoring. That might be a quick
What a speed run from Six-Pack Yokes. Amazing work from them. You'd love to see it. This is what I mean. Incredible. What I love about Rainmaker. You love to see when stuff like this happens. You know, you get in the game, you get the checkpoint, you go into the final checkpoint very smoothly and quickly.
Yeah.
Great
you can
work.
definitely run that route. That was like, I guess one of the textbook ways to play Manta Rainmaker just fast. They established, you know, themselves in street, got that right side checkpoint, and then afterwards they, you know, pop their specials, you know, establish more control, try and get a full wipe onto Time to Win. Got more than enough picks to make it happen, and they just drop that Rainmaker just to be, you know, that extra bit safer and run all the way as fast as they can before anybody from Time to Win can say something about it.
Yeah, and you see the replay right there. You can see Jelly right behind them. Like, they could have had a chance to get that Rainmaker down, but unfortunately, you know, they did get a pick, but unfortunately, it wasn't the Rainmaker. So
yeah,
you know, you got to make your shots count whenever that happens. And unfortunately, you know, it led to Six-Pack Yokes getting a speed run KO.
Oh my goodness. All right, man. As we're gonna move back to Inkblot Art Academy. We're back on Inkblot. I didn't know.
Yeah, but this time on
Bro, I need to pay attention to the map modes. Okay, we're on zones now. All right, I'm with it. I'm with it
too. Yeah, I'm with it too. And you know, I'm with Six-Pack Yokes on this one. You know, reverse sweep. You know, can they get this? You know, make the set tied 3-3? We'll see.
They definitely could. They have an opportunity to do so here. It looks like we're skipping over it to go to Scorch Clamps.
Scorch Clams, yeah, it was quite a weird movement right there, you know, changing it to Clam scoring.
Oh, wait, okay, the map on the thing is not quite. Okay. It's not on Inkblot Art Academy. I should know this. I've played in a Ludi set earlier this week.
Right.
How do I not know? Hold on. Wait, I need to double check. Oh, it's zones on Hagglefish. Okay.
Zone of
It's Hagglefish Market Zone.
Another triple
Gosh,
hiccup.
I was so confused.
First we had a recon. For a second it was, I don't know what happened. And third one is just, you know, mistakenly put an ink plot again on zones.
I think it is one of the legal maps still, so you know, it's fair. It happens, you know. It happens, you know, more often than I would like to admit as somebody who has run streams in the past. I've done it too much.
And no one is too worried.
And somebody who's run lobbies, we've done the wrong map. This is why I shouldn't be hosting. But
exactly. So you know, give love to our streamer Dynamite. You know, they're doing their best. You know, Argo. You know, they're doing their best. You know, 3 hiccups, but you know, it's funny though. That's all that matters at the end.
Listen,
you know?
2 of them were from the player.
2 of them were the players, yeah. But
let me defend Dynamite real here.
Exactly.
The first ones were the players, okay, dog?
Okay, yeah.
Leave bro alone. Leave the goat.
Don't worry, I'm not being harsh on Dynamite. All right, send hearts out to Dynamite. We love him.
Oh, running the stream as well, huge
dubs, yeah, making this possible for everyone to see.
Yeah, anyways, we're going on to Hagglefish Market Zones rather than Ink Flot. Okay. Hagglefish.
Good.
CRBs.
Yeah, Hagglefish.
I'm curious to see, because we've been seeing the CRBs all set. You know, at least one in every game. So, curious to see which team brings it out if they do. You know, Cracked can be pretty strong for just displacing people just in front of, or just behind the zone.
Yeah.
But after that, you know, outside of pressuring the spawn, I'm not sure how much value it has if it gains or loses any.
It has value because, you know, both ledges on, you know, both sides, you know, so CRB can take those, you know, both routes, you know, left or right, you know, just take a peek under ledge.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I wasn't sure. Again, I'm not, you know, the biggest blaster player in the world. I forgot about those flank rats being really strong for blood shark weapons.
And also, you know, under the 10, you know, there's a bunch of ledges, you know, right there under 10, and also the ledge, you know, on the ramp right there. So, you know, it's a good spot for, you know, CRB or, you know, whatever kind of weapon is good for, you know, ledge peeking.
It can be, honestly, Haggle feels like one of those very neutral, like, most things, almost anything can really find a spot here and, you know, be really effective just as long as you know how to use it properly.
True. Well, yeah, you know, just waiting for this game to start, you know, it's taking a little bit, you know, a little longer than before starting this game up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, from my end, I've been having internet issues and even some like hardware issues the whole weekend. Maybe, I don't know if it's storming. I don't think it's been storming this weekend, but there have just been spots out that have just happened. I don't know what it is. It could. My money's on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, curse the Wi-Fi. Damn you, internet.
Honestly, internet is the bane of my existence sometimes.
Exactly.
Hey, we're here. We're back.
Hey, we're here. So, you know, nothing happens, you know, unfortunately. Let's hope, you know, this game is great and smooth.
Yeah, and we get a Zipcaster stamper from Jelly now, too, instead of the CRB. We have no CRBs. Okay.
No CRBs.
Yeah, but, you know, Zipcaster stamper really able to, you know, cause a distraction on either side of the map, really pull as many people as the other team as your team needs to kind of take control. And an Autobot pick already for the side of Time to Win. It looks like they're going to start things off here with some really solid stuff from Trippin. And now Jelly's already all the way in, finding the pick onto Hype. Going down, though, it's going to be enough for the rest of Time to Win to make some space here. But Six, with that hammer, is going to find a lot of space, going to get into the zone, go further. Can they find a pick? It's not quite looking like it, but they're going to stay alive and create a ton of space. Never mind, they go down. But they're going to create a ton of space for Six Peckios to at least flip the zone. It's not quite going to be a full retake and push, as Time to Win does manage to get behind Six Pack Yolks, and now they're in control of the zone. Tick down through that crab tank in the top left from Six Pack Yolks.
Right, yeah. And, you know, that was a great hammer from Six Pack Yolks. You know, obviously, you taking back zones and, creating a penalty point for time to win, that gives more time for Six-Pack Yokes to get back from this. But unfortunately, right now, time to win is decreasing points bit by bit. But Six-Pack Yokes with this hammer again. Let's see. Oh, but they do get the pick, unfortunately. But Six-Pack Yokes does get the zones, which creates more penalty points for time to win, as time to win does go 2 down and gives Six-Pack Yokes the zones again. So let's see if Six-Pack Yokes can hold this off again. Oh man, the Reefs cancel as well as I was speaking.
That was a great play. The double kill from the Zuka, and then Six going in with the hammer. Now they have the crab tank from Hype on top of that, and another hammer here. They're looking to take this lead back fast. The hammer does go down, but it forces all time to win into the very back of their spawn. They have to pop the Zipcaster now. They have to pop a ton of their specials now just to try and get a chance to retake. Jelly goes down. They lose the lead, and the Reef Slider comes in to neutralize zone.
Oh, it looks like it does
finding more picks. Our stream froze.
Oh yeah, dude, the stream is frozen for us. It's quite lagging at the moment. But Six-Pack Yoke is winning from this. They do get the comeback from this, and the points are decreasing as 15-14. Points just keep decreasing. It's a good chance for Six-Pack Yokes to come back from this. Oh, but it's time to win with the triple Reef Slider. Great work from time to win from that amazing Reef Slider.
Oh my goodness, that's the kind of Reef Slider you dream about. You fully cap the zone, you find 3 members of the other team, and now it's looking really, really good to try and make another push on this lead right here for time to win, forcing 2 members to drop to try and deal with somebody. Something getting the Zuka pop, but it's not going to find anything. In fact, they're going to go down, but Six-Pack Yokes is going to find the zone and a few picks along with it to prevent time to win from getting anywhere near the lead. Now Jelly's stuck on their own, going to have to jump out here or deal with Hype and the rest of Six-Pack Yokes. And now time to win is going to have to, they're going to enter crunch time here with just less than 40 points on the penalty.
Yeah, and here we go. Oh, with time to win with the attempt to zone cheese the zones, but unfortunately not much happening. I was quite surprising that Reef didn't, make the zones neutralized, the zones is neutral at the moment, but Six-Pack Yoke does get it back from this, Hopefully, they can hold this off and take this game.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them. They only have 10 penalty points left. However, Jelly does find a pick. It's just three members against 4 of time to win at Six-Pack Yokes. They're going to pop 2 specials here, going to fully flip the zone, make that a 3rd special pop, the Zipcaster, the Reef Slider, and the Rain, and they're going to get some picks with it along with it. Jelly going to find a great one just at the end of his their Zipcaster here, and now it's going to be fully in control of time. The zone's going to be fully in control of time to win, and now they're going to chew through that penalty, and they're only 20 away from taking this lead here with a minute remaining.
Yeah, tensions are high for Six-Pack Yokes. They need to come back from this. Oh, they do pop the hammers. Let's see if Six can pull this off really quickly. Oh, the Zuka does come in, but unfortunately, the zone is still neutral. But Six-Pack Yoke does go 2 down. And time to win does take back the lead, and can they remain the hold zones for this? But they do. Great win from time to win, but unfortunately for Six-Pack Yokes not being able to get back zones on that.
Yeah, a little bit rough. If you are Six-Pack Yokes, you have really solid control of the zone for all but the last about 30 or 40 seconds. But that's kind of just how it goes sometimes. Time to Win found some really good timings for their specials. They made some great space, get some really good picks, and they end up just sweeping the zone after that. And I think it really all started here with Trippin just playing phenomenally well. I mean, we saw that Reef Slider, just to name one, getting some really, really solid picks, both at the beginning and towards the end of this game too.
Oh yeah, look at this at the moment. Ooh, I see that. Triple Reef. Oh man. That's just, great work from Time to Win, Great timing, good positioning from that Reef Slider, just catching Six-Pack Yokes off guard from that.
Yeah.
For them at the end.
Really, really solid stuff from just, again, the crunch time, the clutch factor from Time to Win there. Really solid. Gonna put them on match point for today here as we move on to Claim Blitz on Scorch Gorge now. Really curious to see. Again, we saw CRBs, we've seen splooshes. I'm really curious to see if we're going to see any sneaks, maybe from the head now that we have those grates on the sides.
Oh yeah, those grates, pretty great route for anybody to, hold on or, take a flank, Because I'd like to take those greats as well. Make a flank and just be a nuisance. For the enemy team. So hopefully six pack or time to win. Takes that route. Just be a nuisance to each other.
Honestly, and this is a really good map as well because you can kind of play that nuisance role in the pit area on either side of the map. You have the ramp there, you have some ledges to play around as well. A lot of space for you to move in that general area, but you're gonna, either be forced to jump out or you're gonna have to fight your way and more than likely end up getting picked off and going down just because you don't have a safe way out outside of jumping from that pit area.
Right, and as we were speaking on this, the game starts over the head. So let's see what happens. Anything can happen at this point for either team.
Yeah, we get one CRB. Can we get a second? No, we're gonna get a crab tank instead. Back from with the vanilla jet squelcher. I'm really curious. How are they going to set up pushes here? I know Vac is super strong, but I really don't see it that often. Are they going to set it up before or like after the crab tank? Are they going to use the crab tank like not to push at all? I'm really curious to see, but it looks like we're going to already get started in the action, getting one pick. One member of Six Pack Yolks going down. They're looking for a second with the reach of this jet squelcher. They're not really going to find it. Going to pop the Vac though, and that's going to make it quite easy for Jelly to find the follow-up. And a lot more with this Vac shot. A ton of space. Jelly's already on the platform behind the pillow and finding another one. Really solid start from Time to Win. They really have decided that it is going to be Time to Win pretty soon. As long as they stay alive to the Zuka, it's not quite... it's going to go really well for everybody except for the Zap on their team, and they're going to get that first barrier break of the game.
Oh yeah, great work from Time to Win for getting that push. Great work from Jelly as well. Keeping safe of the Vac. Taking care of that Zab at the end right there. And Time to Win. Putting in more clams into this. Making their lead much greater. Oh, but they are running out of clams, but they still have this great positioning. Just holding out on Six Pack Yolk's back is basket. Just being more clams. At the moment. Ooh, but but the basket does go. Closing, unfortunately,
Yeah, a really solid opening push. We've only clipped through a minute and a half of the game, but already being past 50 is really big, especially on this map, where you have to fight for every inch of the map, it feels like. And now they have a second power clam at the ready. They're going to have to toss it, though, to try and stay alive from this crab tank. Not going to end up happening. Hype gets the pick there. Really well done from them. And now it's looking really solid for the side of Six Pack Yolks, finding the pick onto the little straggler in the pit area. One member does get traded out on the opposite side of the map. However, it's still looking really good for them. They have a ton of positional advantage and a Kraken to deal with the crab tank. It's going to be popped on this Ink Vac. Can they find the pick? Oh, it looks like something's going to be able to... not quite going to be able to find the Kraken pick. And Sunday is going to get away, but it's going to create a ton of space for Six Pack Yolks. Now they're able to go past this top mid area until something gets picked off by a bomb from Sad Boy. Sad Boy still getting picked up by a suction bomb, and the Zuka coming out for Six Pack Yolks isn't going to be enough, as Jelly with that huge crab tank is going to even out the man count at least a little bit, make it a 1v2 in favor of Six Pack Yolks here. Well, all Six Pack Yolks jumps are coming in. So are all of the members from Time to Win. It looks like they're going to hold strong for the time being and find two members for the price of one here and trying to turn the tides of this game right now, trying to reset back to a neutral state, and it looks like they're going to do so successfully.
Yeah, that was that was a funny moment back there. Wow, just bomb kill after bomb kill. It was quite funny. But oh man, the stream is lagging out for me, so I don't know what's happening. But it looks like Six Pack Yolks does go one down, but they do have a crab ready. Oh, Time to Win does pull out a back. So let's see if Time to Win can pull off a push successfully. Man, the stream is freezing. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. Oh man,
I got it. Don't worry. Sad Boy does end up getting a pick, just to kind of neutralize things. Gets the camp onto the onto the jumper as well. That's going to lead to Time to Win being up 4-2 in the man advantage. However, that shot was cooler. They have that Zuka up now. And they're going to have to deal with that if they want to make another push. It looks like Sunday's going to position, try and get one going here. But with the rest of members of Time to Win behind, it's going to be a little bit tough. Jelly's trying to get a really aggressive flank onto that bridge, but it's not quite going to work out. Going to get picked off. The Zuka's going to find another pick from, I believe that is 6 on the shot. Yes, it is. The Reef Slider coming through. I'm getting...
Yeah, me too, but I did see that in a moment. Six Pack Yokes was being able to... Oh, but they do manage to pick it off. I didn't think that they were able to push that off because of that Reef Slider, you know, because obviously they had the great push and everything, but that Reef Slider, you know, I thought that was a great, you know, defense from This Is Fine, but no, they've actually pulled it off, Six Pack Yokes, with that, you know, opening that basket, you know. Unfortunately, you know, not getting a lead here, but, you know, still opening that basket, you know, and just getting enough points in there.
Yeah, they had a pretty solid start to a push going in there. However, it didn't quite work out. You know, one of the CRB pops crack in there as a lot of the other members of Six Pack Yokes went down. They weren't able to quite jump in to keep pushes going, and you know you can't really score clams in a Kraken, so the push does have to die there. However, they do have a power clam at the ready here, but they're gonna need to maintain a lot of control of mid, and they do have 12 clams as well to try and get this lead back. They have a little bit less. You know, score to go through, but they do still have all of time to win to go through. And with the start of overtime, Jelly getting a pick here, it's not looking phenomenally for Six Pack Yokes here, as well as another collapse, a huge wipeout for time to win. And I think that secures them the set here.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, you know, for the head, you know, from Six Pack Yokes, just pushing it a little too far, you know, unfortunately, you know, just being done by themselves, you know. I was a little confused on that, you know. It's just, and yeah, the game is over, you know, giving, you know, time to win this set for them, you know, finally ending it for them with a W. So kudos to time to win, you know, for taking the set for them.
Yeah, man. I mean, they took their time and they decided that this was just as good a map as any to decide to get just a massive push going on and just kind of ending it there. They had some phenomenal defenses on that map, especially with that Reef Slider. The Reef Slider didn't end up being that, you know, huge of a defense. As we saw, Six Pack Yokes still got a really solid push out of it, but I mean that ended up causing a bit of a stagger cycle for them to capitalize off of. Again, really solid stuff. Six Pack Yokes also taking some really good maps here, as well. You know, and towards the middle of that set, they really hit their stride and had some really good games there.
Of course, you know, kudos to, you know, Six Pack Yokes. Good job from them from, you know, being able to take 2 games away from, you know, time to win, you know, just not giving time to win that, you know, 5-0 sweep. So, you know, good job from Six Pack Yokes, you know, so, you know, they still, that's how you know, they're cooking, you know, so hopefully, you know, they can learn from this and, you know, get back from track, you know, for their next set next week.
Yeah, I think they'll do just fine in their next set. I think they're going to be able to bounce back from this really well, and I think time to win there's a really good chance of keeping their momentum going as well through the rest of this group. They had some really solid games here. Like we saw some great comebacks too. They really showed that they can kind of do it all throughout this entire set.
Oh yeah, you know, and you know, great debut from them, you know, for time to win. You know, just starting off, you know, as a team together, you know, pulling this off, you know, getting the set from, you know, such an iconic team like Six Pack Yokes.
Yeah, and I think with that being said, that will wrap up the set from us here. So, Fallhole, where can the lovely people in chat find you?
Well, the lovely people can find me at Twitter. You know, if you can see on the stream right there, you know, my handle's right there at PuddleFall. You know, just me typing out whatever I think about, or, you know, I just retweet whatever I like, you know, it's funny. Or, you know, you can also find me on my Twitch, you know, Fallhole. You know, it's been a while since I last streamed, but, you know, I, you know, do a little bit of streaming, you know, with my team, you know, a little bit of scrims and a little bit of tourneys right there, you know, so it's quite fun. That's where you can find me.
Yeah, and you can find me, you know, just about anywhere at Sigdokari, mainly Twitter. That's where I'm always at. I'm yapping about anything. It could be Splatoon, it could be Destiny, it could be sports even. But I mean, you'll see me there. I just want to put out a huge thank you, by the way, to Dynamite, just running through this entire set. Thank you. So thanks so much to them, especially for running the stream production. And we'll be rating Splatoon Tourney right after this, so don't go anywhere. There's going to be a lot of Splatoon to be played tonight, and we will see you all next time.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.